What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we will discuss the best Wi-Fi 6 routers of 2023 according to their performance, budget, value, and more. Check out the description for the latest prices and information. Best overall, TP-Link Archer AX50. You will often find that manufacturers of routers will inflate the max speed they claim is available from a router. TP-Link says that this can achieve a download speed of 2.4 gigabits per second. That would be amazing, but it's not entirely realistic. That's why we run the tests. In the real world, using this router, we could achieve a download speed of 690.52 megabytes per second from 5 feet away. Perhaps the main area that lets this down is its lack of features. Sure, it has some, but some of the competition has blown it out of the water. For example, the RT AX3000 has much more to offer than the AX50. Quality of service, or QoS for short, should be expected in a mid-range router. It's a feature that allows users to prioritize internet traffic to specific devices. This can be done through a pretty neat mobile app. The app looks good, easy to use, enables you to control all your network settings. This includes MAC address filtering, airtime fairness, and more. You should be able to fit this in most shelves. It's not small, but there are certainly bigger routers out there. Plus, you can easily mount it to a wall thanks to its weight. All in all, it is a perfect router. It offers impressive performance, an excellent range, and some decent features. Best value, Reyee AX3200. This is a well-balanced home or small business router, since it can handle large amounts of activities without any hiccup, to protect home networks and more than adequate security for small businesses. But there is a noticeable absence of anti-malware software included in comparable routers with this price point. You may not get a lot of extras. There is an absence of security software missing in WPA3 login and no 2FA login security. But you will get a dual-band Wi-Fi 6 router that is easy to install and delivers outstanding performance. The router supports the new generation Wi-Fi 6 standard at both 2.4 and 5 GHz. The maximum wireless rate is 800 megabytes per second at 2.4 GHz, 2400 megabits per second at 5 GHz, and 3200 megabits per second at a concurrent rate. The recommended access number of wireless terminals is up to 48, which is 50% more than the number supported by Wi-Fi 5. Best budget, TP-Link AX1500. This looks completely identical to the TP-Link AX1800, with the same textured plastic body with some glossy touch at the top. It also has the identical 4 antennas at the backside, which can be turned in any direction for better coverage. The factor that differentiates this between the two is that instead of using a quad-core CPU, it uses 1.5 GHz tri-core processor. Of course, it makes a difference, but it still performs well enough for its price. Another noticeable difference is the speed difference, which is the max data transfer speed and offer. The 1500 can reach a max data transfer of 1201 megabytes per second on 5 GHz band, which is the same as the 1800, but on 2.4 GHz band, and the max speed is offer 300 megabits per second. The 1500 is a good choice for those on a really tight budget, as it falls in the most affordable Wi-Fi 6 router segment, with its price point close to $4,500. Yes, you will need to miss out on features like a low max data transfer rate and lack of USB port, but it is still one of the most value for money Wi-Fi 6 routers at this point. Best for gaming, TP-Link Archer AX110000. The first thing noted about this out of the box is how massive it is. The body is a huge square measuring 9.5 inches, 240.5 millimeters wide, and 2.2 inches tall. Next, you'll note that its 8 antennas might also feel a bit taken aback thinking about the pain of assembling them to the router's body. The good news is it's a simple job. Pick one and push it into the connectors, and it will get firmly attached after a click sound. Now to detach, just take it out. Similar to its older model, this comes with 8 gigabit LAN ports, but it now has 2.5 gigabits per second WAN ports, ready to host a multi-gig internet connection. This comes with a similar web interface found in the Archer C5400X and the latest TP-Link Wi-Fi 6 routers, including the Archer AX3000 and AX6000, but now with a twist. The interface has a red gaming-oriented theme, similar to the ASUS GT-AX110000. This has no multi-gig LAN ports, so in any testing its performance is capped at the speeds of its gigabit network port. Still, the router did well. It seems like an excellent regular Wi-Fi 6 router that could be even better if TP-Link didn't spend too much efforts in trying to make it something it's not, a gaming router. That said, get it if you're looking for a potentially reliable and fast home router that an eye-catching design. Again, you can play online games with it just like you do with almost any router. But if you're a pro gamer looking for an edge, this is not for you unless you believe in the placebo effect in hardcore gaming. Best mesh, ASUS ZenWiFi ET8 2PK. Anyone intending to buy this should pay close attention to the product listing. These new Wi-Fi 6 6E routers look almost exactly like ASUS previous gen Wi-Fi 6 versions. They're small white towers with faux vent on the left and right sides and the single ASUS logo in the fronts. Around the back there's a DC power port, a power switch, a WAN port, 3 gigabit Ethernet ports, and a USB 3.0. That's a generous selection of ports for a mesh router while you're usually stuck with a single Ethernet. Still, this setup will probably save most people from resorting to a wired switch. The USB is also a good touch for people who want a network storage without the trouble and expense of adding a NAS box. Configuring it is simple. All you need to do is just plug in both node to power and run the Ethernets from your modem to the router you intend to use as the primary one. You need to input a few details like SSID and password to get started. This is superb in most other ways. It has enough power to bathe even a distant outside smart plug and cameras and Wi-Fi. And the options to use 6 GHz on compatible devices is excellent. Maybe it's not a practical or valuable one, but that day will come, and this will be ready for it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our new latest uploads.